too well. The relief, the size.
Into part 2, because I guess they are actually going to show it with them going to greet them.
Tears
So
from all of them.
we'll watch
Every
that.
one of them. Tears of joy, of relief, of happiness. They must have held their breath for the last 30 minutes.
Held their breath. I would be vomiting out of my hoo-ha in every orifice I could think of.
Who knew that green crew members is code for excellent shape? Usually when you see someone green, although I wouldn't be surprised if they did look a little green after what they've just been through. But that's not what it means. It simply means they are in great shape. The diver's reaching.
Our beacon is in 406, and we're powering our radio now. Go ahead.
We see the beacon on. However, the recovery team is not seeing the signal. Your SAW radio uses the same antenna, so you may run into trouble with the radio.
Take copy, and we're also powering up
So we're about to witness an extraordinary moment where we will see the hatch lifted, and then the astronauts, again, as I mentioned, will be checked for a quick medical evaluation before something far more extensive.
Medical evaluation. Oh, that's a joke. My organs would be all sorts of fucked if I tried that. Hell, they're all sorts of fucked and I'm just on Earth. I actually just went on my first ever roller coaster, so let me assure you, I can never be an astronaut.
He's an emergency medicine physician trained in aerospace engineering. You would know better than us that when you hear they're green, which means they're in excellent health, and we're hearing from the commander who says the rest of the three are in perfect health. That's got to be great news for you to hear too, Dr. Anderson.
It is.
Yeah, that's
Great
as good as it
news.
gets. And
If they're not, I call their left kidneys.
They all kind of look left and
Little
right,
dark
give each
humor
other
there.
the thumbs up. And when the first recovery team gets there and takes a look in the hatch, they kind of do this similar and make sure that everybody's feeling okay before, you're right, they go on to do more
This
extensive
is so
medical
amazing.
evaluation and even a little bit of research testing as soon as they get their feet on solid ground again.
They'll be given the opportunity to stay at a hotel in San Diego if they just want a little time to readjust before being taken to Houston. But Dr. Anderson, I get.
I wonder if it's the hotel that me and my family stayed at.
Yeah, I think they're probably eager first to see their
Fun
families,
fact, actually,
eager to,
the spacesuits were made by a company in my hometown,
Cody Page also with
and
us here tonight.
in my
National
job,
Geographic
actually,
mechanical engineering at
the
Columbia,
girl who I worked
former
with,
director of MIT
her
Space
dad
Exploration
actually
Initiative.
owned the company that made the
I know you have
spacesuits,
studied all
so
too well the
that is
re-entry
actually really
and the
cool.
stakes and knowing that heat shield, the job it had
So
to
good on
perform.
you, because
And we
your
have
dad
witnessed
makes good
history tonight.
spacesuits.
It did
There he is,
exactly as
though.
NASA
So
described.
Some trouble with the SARSAT phone on board, but that's not an issue. What is more important is
Cody, can you hear me?
The vehicle is solid.
Yes, yeah. It's honestly, sorry, I was listening to that there. It's been, the whole mission, I feel like, has
yes,
been
can we
incredible,
just
and
listen to
it's
NASA,
been
actually?
exactly how it's supposed to be. So the way that heat
Professor
shield
of
worked and the
Mechanical
parachutes deployed and
Engineering,
everything,
no
the
thank you.
timing, it's,
And this
it's
is
a
coming from
testament to
somebody
exactly
with
how
black hole
perfectly
physics.
NASA plans
No
these
thank
things.
you.
So exciting.
That
It really
sounds
is.
too.
Cody, thanks so much. Dr. Oluche, also still with us. The anxiety gone? We wanted to check back in with you and make sure you're breathing okay.
Oh man, I had a huge sigh of relief when I saw that third parachute that looked like it was having a little trouble fully deploy, right? And now it made it.
Man, I love this guy. He's on a show that I grew up
The
watching.
divers get to the capsule and open
So I was so excited last week when I saw him being their scientist guy.
Houston did not call.
the history that's been made right here tonight with
What do you think,
generations
kiddos?
watching. And as I mentioned
And yes,
earlier,
my
so
kiddos are
many
dolls.
of
Get
our
over
viewers
it.
remember the Apollo missions, but there are so many others
They're my
who
childhood
have
dolls.
not
Had them
witnessed
since I was
something
little.
quite like this
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, this was truly spectacular. I mean, I realized I was holding my breath, but I was at the launch and it felt Sorry, just
Yeah, we can hear you. Please go. Yeah, you're
Okay,
you're doing
cool.
just fine.
Just also hearing the NASA broadcast. Yeah, it was at the launch just
so
as
Harry
almost
Potter.
surreal to see that we actually did it. It worked, and it was just so inspiring to see this is what we're capable of if we only try, if we make the investment in ourselves and in NASA. So I think a lot of people, millions of people around the world are seeing this and feeling inspired and ready to celebrate.
And Asa, take us through these next few steps, because this really was the first step in what could be an extraordinary next couple of years here. The next
I mean,
part of
I
this
don't
mission,
approve of
will do some
colonizing the
additional
moon or other
testing, and then the one that
planets.
follows could be the one that actually
And I
lands
only
on the moon.
recently saw James Cameron's
That's
Avatar,
exactly right.
but my
I'll tell you, after
brain,
watching
being
this, I can't wait for the
a
next
person
one.
of color,
2026
already
or
knows this
2027 cannot come
history,
soon
you
enough.
know, so
That's when Artemis 3
I
will happen.
obviously am
NASA
not a
just said
fan
there's
of
gonna be another
colonization.
crewed flight
So.
test, but it's not going to go to the moon and back like Artemis 2 has.
But
it's going to test out
for
the
science
spacecraft and
missions,
docking
yes,
procedures
yes,
in
I'm
orbit
all
around
for it.
Earth. And then Artemis 4, if all goes well,
I don't
will
agree with
happen in
colonizing other
2028,
planets. This
and
is
that will
our
be the
home,
actual
and we
lunar
need to
landing
take care of
mission.
it. As my
And then it's
attitude.
hopefully off to the races.
And
NASA's
Asa, we
trying to
know
do
that-
this every 6 months.
And we know that 2 astronauts will be on board that mission to land.
Yes, that's right.
Really just incredible. And good for you for being at the launch as well, remembering both ends of this extraordinary journey.
15 minutes.
Let's listen into mission control.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Jackie, we have selected T/D+30. No joy on Star Radio or Sat phone. And stand by, we have the master diver on Star Radio. Please hold comms. Hey, Lily. Excuse me. Hey, Jackie, we just got the master diver on Star.
The bird.
8:22 was the timing that NASA had said there would be
The
a
bird.
capsule power down, is what they call it. There is some word that power down might be somewhat delayed here, but you can see those teams.
Good
That
view of one of the fast boats.
there you go.
Integrity Houston, if you are happy with your comm with Master Diver, you can go back to the 15-minute power down.
One of the fast boats circling Integrity right now.
Okay, stand by. Yeah, we'll confirm here in a second.
They were able to get there
Crew on
quickly.
board Integrity coordinating with the flight control team in Houston here in Mission Control on the timing of the power down of the vehicle, which will be the precursor to the recovery teams approaching the spacecraft. There are no issues with Integrity. We've had a bit of broken capability in establishing a SARSAT or satellite phone communications capability between the crew on board Integrity and the recovery team. That will get sorted out here shortly.
Yeah, blame it on the satellite
There's
phone.
plenty of cooling
Because everything else was picture perfect here.
So there's
If
no
you're wondering how
rush to
these
keep it
dive teams are able to get here so quickly, it's because the USS Bertha,
I'm not getting an answer there.
the amphibious naval ship, was just about 1.5 miles from the splashdown point. Will Reeve standing by in Southern California. And, well, I'm not sure if you heard the sonic boom, but off in the distance in the ocean there, this is picture perfect.
Yeah, David, there's a lot of folks out here at the beach who were hoping to hear the sonic boom. They kept coming by asking us if they were going to see the splashdown or hear it, and unfortunately, no dice. But everybody knows that out there, the crew safely splashed down and that the rest of the protocols are happening as they should be. Every precaution being taken, every item on the checklist being taken care of, and a sense of excitement here in San Diego. This feels like these astronauts who went further than anyone has ever traveled before in the history of mankind. They returned here to Southern California. People are pretty excited about that here, even if they didn't hear the sonic boom. We were looking forward to that. Maybe next mission.
Maybe the next mission.
I'm not
Maybe a
looking
couple more-
forward to a
couple
sonic
more Artemis
boom.
missions. Now that
I
this one has
just
been
hate
successful. You can
thunder.
see the teams in the water there, just off the coast of San
I
Diego.
suppose this would be one
And as
where I
Will
would
was saying,
try to
there's a lot of
suck it
pride
up
there
for
in
it
San
because
Diego
it
that
would be
they've been
so
part of this
amazing.
history. Recovery teams are going to secure some lines here. They're waiting for the power down before they can get any closer to the capsule.
Next major event will be
Delayed, NASA says, because of some issues with the satellite communication.
called the front porch. that will be the port of call for the crew as they're being extracted one by one from the vehicle.
You heard me mention the front porch that I had mentioned earlier. That's the inflatable, nicknamed front porch because they'll step out onto their porch. They've earned that moment.
Integrity Houston for SatSong. We are going to attempt to call you.
Good idea, standing by.
Let me make this a second.